If you guys see any videos of me chasing tourists down the street and attacking them, no, they are not the victim. It's because they're disrespectful and need to be put in their place. Thank you.
A 33-year-old woman fell 9 stories from a Thai hotel balcony hours after checking in, but the day before her death, she changed her Instagram username to Mary Magdalene Died and posted a goodbye scene from The Truman Show alongside a childhood photo. Denise Yvonne Jarvis Gongora, known online as Mary Magdalene, was a Mexican-Canadian social media star with 400,000 followers who documented her extreme plastic surgery journey. She'd spent $500,000 transforming her body and survived near-death complications multiple times, but nothing prepared her family for what happened on December 9, 2025 in Phuket, Thailand. The cryptic final posts, the haunting username change, the 9-story fall just hours after check-in. Was this a tragic accident or something more deliberate? Subscribe to Crazy Crime Lures to find out. Denise Yvonne Jarvis Gongora was 33 years old when she died. She was a Mexican-Canadian citizen who'd built an online empire as Mary Magdalene, amassing nearly 500,000 followers across multiple Instagram accounts. But behind the viral persona was also a talented artist who earned recognition for her psychedelic paintings, sculptures, and expressive self-portraits. According to multiple interviews, Denise grew up in an intensely strict religious household where music, television, and even Disney films were forbidden. She and her brother Ivan lived under rules so rigid that normal childhood entertainment was banned entirely. At age 12, she rebelled hard. She became sexually active and started experimenting with drugs. In her own words on the No Jumper podcast, 13 were the wildest years of my life. I was doing lines of cocaine. I was going to school drunk in grades 7 and 8. By 17, Denise was working as a stripper to survive. She later transitioned into escorting, work that she described as making her deeply depressed. But when her plastic surgery transformations went viral online, everything changed. She joined OnlyFans and monetized her fame. Because of OnlyFans, I was able to stop dancing and escorting, which was making me depressed, so now I'm blessed enough to just live off that, she said in an interview. Her online presence was impossible to ignore. Fluorescent hair, bold-faced tattoos covering her features, and dramatic body modifications made her instantly recognizable. She called herself a mutant, hybrid, apocalyptic, otherworldly goddess and fully embraced that identity. Denise wasn't just documenting surgeries. She was creating art and building a brand around radical self-expression. She supported herself entirely through her online work. But would that life of extreme transformation lead her to a hotel balcony in Thailand? On Tuesday afternoon, December 9, 2025, Denise checked into the Patong Tower condominium in Phuket, Thailand. According to Police Captain Chanarong Prakong Kwea of Patong Police Station, she arrived at approximately 1:30 p.m. for a one-night stay. She was scheduled to check out the following day, December 10th. Less than 30 minutes later, hotel staff discovered her body in the parking area below the building. Investigators determined she had fallen from the 9th floor balcony. At the scene, police found a pair of flip-flops on the 9th floor, believed to belong to her. Her body was transferred to Vachira Phuket Hospital for a complete autopsy. The Phuket News initially withheld her identity until her family had been informed. The Daily Mail later independently confirmed the death with sources close to the family. What makes this case particularly haunting is what happened the day before. On December 8th, Denise posted something deeply unsettling to her Instagram account. She shared 2 images with no caption. The first was the final scene from the 1998 film, The Truman Show, where Jim Carrey's character steps out of his fabricated reality and says, "And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." The second image was a childhood photo of herself. Then came something even more chilling. She changed one of her other Instagram account usernames to Mary Magdalene Died. Not past tense reflecting on an old identity, not metaphorical. Present tense, died. Her comment sections immediately flooded with confusion, concern, and horror from her hundreds of thousands of followers. Within hours of those posts, she was dead. How does someone go from posting cryptic goodbye messages to falling 9 stories in less than 24 hours? What was going through her mind in those final hours? To understand what happened in Thailand, you need to understand the life Denise had been living for over a decade. Her plastic surgery journey began at age 21 with a botched breast augmentation performed by a dentist in Mexico. From that first procedure, she became what she herself described as addicted to surgery. In a February 2023 interview with TMZ, she explained her mindset. She said she started getting plastic surgeries when she was 18 years old and felt the procedures represented her way of being an adrenaline junkie. She compared herself to someone who gets into extreme sports, except instead of climbing bigger mountains or jumping from higher heights, she went bigger and bigger with her injections and modifications. Over the following years, Denise underwent a staggering list of procedures: 3 nose jobs, multiple rounds of cheek fillers and fat transfers and fillers to her lips, buccal fat removal, 2 brow lifts, liposuction on her arms, 4 breast implant surgeries that took her from a 32B to a 38J, 3 Brazilian butt lifts, multiple rounds of injections throughout her body, cat eye surgery that pulled her eyelids into a feline shape. The list went on and on. Many of these procedures were performed abroad in countries where regulations were lax or non-existent. She flew to Colombia, Russia, Mexico, and other nations specifically to have surgeries that were illegal in her home country. The estimated total cost? Over $500,000. But the financial cost was nothing compared to the physical toll. In 2018, Denise underwent what she called a procedure to create the world's fattest vagina. Surgeons transferred fat from other parts of her body and injected it into her genital area. The procedure nearly killed her. She required 2 blood transfusions after severe complications. Years later, she had to undergo a corrective vaginoplasty to reverse the surgery after it left her disfigured. In 2022, she revealed she could no longer close her mouth because of excessive lip procedures. In 2023, one of her 11-pound breast implants exploded, leaving her with what followers called a uni-boob. She had the massive implants removed and reduced to a more manageable size, but the damage was done. She was rushed to emergency care after one of her breast tattoos became infected, resulting in sepsis that could have been fatal. At one point, her buttocks began rotting after illegal butt injections, which she attempted to seal with superglue. More recently, she tattooed her eyeballs blue and yellow and nearly went blind from the procedure. In the year before her death, Mary had started tattooing her entire upper body in pure black ink. She almost died multiple times on operating tables around the world. Some doctors refused to operate on her anymore, though others respected what they called her unique aesthetic and continued performing procedures. Despite the glamorous online persona, Denise was trapped in what she described as a never-ending cycle. In an emotional 2023 post, she admitted the truth. "It's not a fun little adventure anymore. It's just draining in every possible way. My time gets drained, my bank account, my energy, my health. And in the long run, you just kind of end up digging yourself into a really expensive, time-consuming hole." She expressed regret and a desire to return to a more natural appearance, but by then, some of the damage was irreversible. Her body had been through so much trauma that even breathing, eating, and basic functions had become complicated. So why was she in Thailand? What brought her to that hotel balcony on December 9th? The investigation began immediately after hotel staff discovered Denise's body. The timing was crucial. She fell approximately 20 minutes after checking into her room, leaving investigators a very narrow window to analyze. Investigators processed the scene: the 9th floor balcony, the parking area below, the flip-flops left behind, the room she'd barely settled into. The Phuket News withheld her name initially, a standard practice until family notification is complete. But given her massive online following and those cryptic posts, speculation exploded across social media before official confirmation. The Daily Mail contacted the Mexican Embassy, Patong Police, and Phuket Tourist Police for comment. Thai authorities confirmed she had entered Thailand on her Mexican passport. But here's where the case becomes more complicated. Police are continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding her death. As of mid-December 2025, no official determination has been released about whether her death was accidental, self-inflicted, or involved any other factors. What investigators did have was the digital trail she left behind. The December 8th Instagram posts, the Truman Show scene, the childhood photo, the username change announcing her death before it happened. Some online sources cited early investigation reports suggesting she may have taken her own life, but no official police statement has confirmed this. The investigation remains ongoing, with Thai authorities working to piece together what happened in those final hours. The forensic autopsy results have not been publicly released. The exact cause of death remains officially undetermined in public reporting. What is documented is the fall itself and those haunting final social media posts. One detail stands out. She was scheduled to check out the next day. She fell less than half an hour after arriving. What was supposed to be an overnight stay ended in tragedy before she'd even unpacked. Were there witnesses to the fall itself? The public record doesn't indicate any. What about security camera footage from the hotel? That information hasn't been released. Did she leave any note or message in the room? Authorities haven't disclosed that detail either. What investigators are left with is the physical evidence, the autopsy results still pending official release, and the disturbing digital breadcrumbs Denise left across her social media accounts. Those posts told a story of someone saying goodbye, but whether that goodbye was planned or a darker premonition remains part of the ongoing investigation. How do you investigate a death when the victim publicly changed her username to announce it the day before? In the days following Denise's death, tributes poured in from friends, fellow influencers, and her massive online following. Rapper Krishan, RuPaul's Drag Race star, Plain Jane, and activist model Eden the Doll were among those who shared heartfelt messages publicly. But the most devastating tribute came from her brother Ivan, who posts on Instagram under the handle Skinny Fists. On Thursday, December 11th, 2 days after his sister's death, Ivan shared a series of emotional posts. He posted a photo of himself and Denise at lunch together in Mexico. "I wish I'd spent more getting to know you," he wrote. "You are so funny and so creative, way more than I'll ever be. I love you much more than words will ever say. You are my world. I wish things were different. Thank you for everything. I love you, sis." In another tribute, Ivan wrote, "I just want to hang out with you one more time and tell you that I love so much. You mean the world to me." He shared videos of Denise singing with friends, riding a department store cart, and enjoying moments of genuine joy. He posted old photos showing her before any surgeries or tattoos, calling her beautiful inside and out. In one image, he expressed hope that she could finally rest. The two siblings had grown up together in that strict religious household where even Disney movies were banned. They'd both rebelled in their own ways, but Ivan's grief revealed just how close they remained despite the chaos of her public life. Her comment sections across multiple Instagram accounts became digital memorials. Hundreds of thousands of followers expressed shock, disbelief, and sadness. Some couldn't believe she was really gone. Others had seen the warning signs in those final posts, but hoped they were wrong. Many asked what could have been done differently. The broader questions her death raises are complicated. Denise had been open about her surgery addiction, her regrets, and the physical toll her modifications had taken. She'd spoken about feeling trapped in a cycle of fixing botched procedures with more procedures. She'd acknowledged the financial, physical, and emotional drain. But she'd also built an entire career around her appearance. Her income came from documenting her surgeries and extreme body modifications. Her OnlyFans success allowed her to leave sex work that had made her depressed. Her Instagram following gave her a platform and community. How do you walk away from that, even when it's destroying you? What would you have done in this situation? If you were watching someone you cared about caught in this cycle, how would you help? Let us know in the comments. The medical community has raised concerns about extreme body modification addiction for years. The procedures Denise underwent, many performed in unregulated environments abroad, carried massive risks. She developed sepsis, suffered organ complications, and endured pain that would have stopped most people. Yet she kept going. Was that addiction? Body dysmorphia? Trauma response from her difficult childhood? A combination of all three? Mental health professionals who study extreme body modification suggest it's rarely about vanity and almost always about deeper psychological wounds. Denise's story also highlights the dark side of social media fame. She monetized her pain and her transformations. Every surgery, every complication, Every near-death experience became content. Her followers watched her nearly die and then tuned in for the next procedure. The algorithm rewarded increasingly extreme modifications with more attention, more followers, more money. Where do platforms draw the line between allowing self-expression and enabling self-destruction? Should Instagram have intervened? Should OnlyFans have policies about documenting dangerous medical procedures? These questions don't have easy answers, but Denise's death forces us to ask them. For her family, the grief is compounded by the public nature of her death and the speculation surrounding it. They're mourning a daughter and sister, while the internet dissects her final posts and debates what really happened on that balcony. As of mid-December 2025, Thai authorities have not released a final determination on the manner of Denise's death. The autopsy results, while completed, have not been made fully public. Her family is working with the Mexican embassy to bring her body home. What is clear is the impact her death has had on the body modification and plastic surgery communities online. Influencers who document their own procedures have spoken out about the need for better mental health support. Some have paused their own surgical journeys to reflect. Others have shared their own struggles with feeling caught in cycles of modification and correction. The conversation has shifted from celebrating extreme transformations to questioning the psychological cost. Multiple plastic surgeons have posted videos discussing the warning signs of body modification, addiction, and when to refuse to operate on patients. Some have called for stricter international regulations on cosmetic procedures, pointing out that Denise had to travel to multiple countries specifically because her desired modifications were illegal in regulated markets. For Ivan, her brother, the loss is profound and permanent. His Instagram tributes reveal a man grappling with regret over time not spent, conversations not had, and a sister's pain he couldn't fix. He's shared memories of Denise's creativity, her humor, her talent as an artist beyond her modified appearance. He's posted her paintings and sculptures, reminding followers that she was more than her surgeries. Eden the doll, a close friend and fellow influencer, posted about the importance of checking on people who seem to be struggling, even when they present a polished image online. She emphasized that Denise's public persona didn't reflect the private battles she fought. The broader implications extend beyond one woman's death. How many other people are caught in similar patterns? How many are funding dangerous procedures through platforms that profit from their content? How many feel they can't stop modifying their bodies because it's become their brand and their income? Mental health advocates have pointed to Denise's case as evidence that online fame and body modification can create a toxic feedback loop. The more extreme the modification, the more attention it receives. The more attention, the more pressure to go further. The financial incentive to continue becomes a trap. Some followers have started movements encouraging body positivity and mental health awareness in Denise's memory. Others have shared resources for addiction support and crisis intervention. The conversation her death sparked may be her most lasting impact. The unanswered questions haunt everyone who followed her story. Could intervention have saved her? Were there opportunities missed by friends, family, or medical professionals? Or was she too far down a path that had no safe exit? Her art, those psychedelic paintings and sculptures, remain as a testament to her creativity. Her Instagram accounts, still active, have become digital memorials where followers continue to leave messages. Her brother continues to post memories, keeping her alive in the only way he can. Where the legal case stands remains unclear. There's no indication of foul play, so no charges have been filed. The family waits for answers while grieving a loss amplified by its public nature. What we're left with is a cautionary tale about the cost of fame, the dangers of addiction in any form, and the importance of mental health support for those caught in destructive cycles. Denise's story is tragic not because of how she looked, but because of how much pain drove her to keep changing that appearance. She was seeking something through surgery that surgery could never provide. The death of Denise Yvonne Jarvis Gongora, known to hundreds of thousands as Mary Magdalene, leaves more questions than answers. Was this a tragic accident, a deliberate choice signaled by those final posts, or something else entirely? Thai authorities continue their investigation, but the broader questions about body modification, addiction, social media's role in enabling dangerous behavior, and our responsibility to intervene when we see someone in pain remain for all of us to answer. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, body image concerns, or thoughts of self-harm, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. Next time on Crazy Crime Lures, we'll examine another case that shook the internet. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And let us know in the comments what you think about this case. What should platforms do when they see creators in danger? What responsibility do we all share? Drop your thoughts below. Thanks for watching.